Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be a companion to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is only one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all your years. May happiness be your companion and your days together be good and long upon the earth.
The first 3 years they knew each other, they were co-workers and friends. As time went on, they realized their friendship could grow into something more. Their shared passions made the relationship easy and seamless, and both began to recognize that there was an undeniable future. Neither one was ready to give up on something they both knew was so special. As sacrifices were made and things continued to progress, Michael realized it was time. And here we are today.
You told me in school to realize I'm a fool. The only thing I want to do is run away with you. But I'll be yours if you'll be mine. Oh, I've loved you for all this time. For all this time.
See, growing up, Mike and I didn't always see eye to eye when we were kids. Now, don't get me wrong, it was mostly just brother stuff. We had a lot of good times as kids, a lot of good memories, had a lot of fun. Just a lot of those times ended up in an argument or a fight, or in one particular instance, a Ceramiss can being thrown at somebody's head. As you can tell by the fact I'm standing up here today, things have gotten a lot better with Mike and I. I think as we got older, we started to realize how important it is to be friends with your brothers, not just be your brother. In 2015, we moved in together for a year. We really started to develop a friendship. You know, I really started to gain not just my brother, obviously he was always my brother, but I was gaining a best friend. Mike is one of the most fun people I've ever been around. He's incredibly hardworking, he loves his friends, he loves his family, and it was such an honor to stand by your side today as you married the love of your life.
Michael and Stacy, do you, with your family and friends, as your witnesses, pledge to create a life of mutual respect, compassion, and patience toward each other as you grow?
You do.
Michael and Stacy, do you pledge to recognize each other's individuality and celebrate each other's uniqueness as a strength in marriage?
We do.
This is going to be short and sweet about Stacy because I will not finish if I make it long. Stacy, you have been there for me through everything in my life. You've supported me on all my big events, and you are the best aunt to my boys, and I love you. So as all of you can imagine, when Stacy came to me and told me that she was moving to Buffalo for a boy, I was not very excited. But over the last 2 years, I've been lucky enough to travel there a few times, and I have always been welcomed with open arms. Mike's family is amazing, and they've been so good to my family. And most importantly, they've always made it clear how much they love Stacy. I'm so thrilled and honored that I get to be here with you guys on this day as you start your new adventure.
Stacy, I take you as my wife.
Stacy, I take you as my wife.
I vow to be your rock and your biggest supporter.
I vow to be your rock and your biggest supporter.
I give to you my life.
I give to you my life.
With all that I am and all that I have.
With all that I am and all that I have.
I honor you and will always love you.
I honor you and will always love you.
Michael, I take you as my husband.
I vow to be your rock and your biggest supporter.
I vow to be your rock and your biggest supporter.
I give to you my life.
I give to you my life.
With all that I am and all that I have.
With all that I am and all that I have.
I honor you and will always love you.
I honor you and will always love you.
in the presence of this gathering, and by the authority vested in me by the wild world of this internet, it is my honor to now pronounce you husband and wife. Michael, you may kiss your bride. It is my honor to be the first to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Michael Harrower.
Okay, so all that sappy stuff is out of the way, and I want all my new New York friends and family to know that my family is taking this marriage super seriously. And as of tonight, we consider ourselves Bills fans. Yes. On Sundays, we will eat our knockoff bison dip because we cannot get the real thing in Texas. And we will root for the Bills. Go Bills. The Harrowers actually gave Landon a jersey a couple nights ago, and he's taken it off to sleep for the rehearsal and for this. So we are not messing around, guys. And in return, we are making all of you honorary Florida State fans. On Saturdays, you will probably be with Stacy often. So with the help of mostly all of my Florida friends and family, we're going to teach you something that every Seminole should know. We're off to a good start. Okay.
Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, and commitment is stronger. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes life is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, and new ways of expressing love.
Stacy, she moved up in October from Florida, and within 3 days it had snowed. She was a flight risk. But I'm so happy she stayed and allowed me to stay because number one, I didn't have to move back in with my parents. I am forever grateful for that for you. Number two, the apartment got decorated. Before she moved in, it was all white walls, a working TV, and that's about it. Yeah, that's all we had. And she really made it a home. Over the course of that year, I was able to get to know Stacy, and just like Mike, she is so much fun. She's caring, she's warm, and she has felt like a member of our family since the day she arrived.
You've done a couple of things that have shown me how much you love Stacy. The first is that for the last 2 years, you have willingly worn matching family Christmas pajamas. And the next is that you not only custom built Landon a cornhole board for his birthday, he built this in the lumberyard workshop at night, but then he put all 70 pounds of it into a bag and he flew with it to Austin to make Landon's birthday that much more special.
By being able to live with them for a year, I was able to get a front row seat to what you all got to see today. A couple that is absolutely in love with each other, a couple that's made for each other. They have so much fun together, make each other laugh endlessly. They work as a team with everything, whether it's something as small as what they're having for dinner or something as big as telling me the most polite way to tell me it's time to move out. And I'm just so happy that you two are now officially married. I can't wait to see the life that you guys develop together. Can't wait to see how much fun you guys have in your journey. And I guess what I'm really trying to say is I need to move back in.
Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, it keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres.
So I recently read a quote that said, "Sisters are a piece of your childhood that can never be forgotten." And that's so true for Stacy and I. Cheers to Stacy and Michael. We love you. Congratulations.